G'day, mate. Today we are, oh my god, this light is blinding me. I'm sorry, I can't do it. The lights are coming off. So's my face, I'm sorry. So we started making our little duplex thing, but I want to turn it into an entire street full of houses. If you didn't see the first part, I gave a bit of a tutorial on how to do something like this, but today I want to finish it and add more buildings. So I'm thinking we do the next one, maybe a slightly different shape, maybe a little bit shorter and wider. The last ones are quite long and thin. Today we're going for a a short and wide one. I'm also thinking, again, we make it look even a bit more different and make like an upstairs terrace here. The style of this one, I think I'm just making it up as I go along, but I want it to look I want it to be like the same as the other ones, but a bit different, if you know what I mean. We could even do, see, I like a green there. Is this stylistically sexy? Regardless, I'm doing it. Too bloody late now, can't go back. At first, I wanted to do every build on this street like the exact same door, the exact same windows. I'm really glad I've done them more differently. It makes it look a bit more fun. In fact, maybe for this one we can have a sticky outy bit at the front, just like that. Stylistically, this one's a little bit tougher. I would like to do a big open window like this. Maybe we should make it all a bit more modern. We could even do like a modern door stylistically, like we could say, no guys, I'm going backtrack. I don't like the modern. It's not for me. I'll be honest, stylistically, this one is proven to be a little bit more difficult. So I'm just gonna, I feel like when you're in a stump like this, the best thing is just to, you know, leave it alone and focus on the inside, and then we get back to it. So compared to the others, this one is like really small. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is still quite big, but I think this one's gonna have to be like a 1-bedroom job. I mean, we could fit a second bedroom, to be fair. Let's make it a 2-bed. It's just gonna be a cozy 2-bed. Oh, by the way, somebody pointed out in my last video that I forgot to put a fridge in this one. Like I completely just forgot to put a fridge in here. So thank you very much for reminding me in my comments. So I'll pop a little fridge by the door here. Thank you very much for reminding me. Otherwise, like, I wouldn't have known, and there just would not have been a fridge in this entire build. So I'm doing a similar layout in this one as I've done in the other ones. I feel like when it comes to builds like this, normally they have quite similar layouts, but then of course you change the insides with the different furniture and things. Also, I'm just thinking, okay, for added realism in these bathrooms, which don't actually have windows, I'm just adding a vent in all of them. I just feel like it makes more sense. Otherwise, if you have a stinky poo, like, where's it gonna go? Do you know what I mean? So the reason why I love doing these little cubby holes is I can put one of those corner sofas in, because I rarely ever use them. Like this one from Cats and Dogs, absolutely beautiful. I feel like these houses actually are really great sizes for doing like living rooms and things. Everything always feels spaced out really nicely. So I'm just gonna move it over a little bit. I would like to fit a dining table. Maybe we could get rid of this chair, because I don't think we could fit a dining table in the kitchen. I think, yeah, a dining table just fits a lot better. Genuinely, like, all of these builds, like, they literally have the same layout, apart from this one that's a bit different with a fancy bar. They also seem to be going from like right to left down in socio-economic status. They're just getting shabbier and shabbier. The last one, we should just do a little closet. Also, I'm running out of paintings, so I'm gonna go on the gallery, sort by rooms, and just search for paintings. Oh, Twilight. We don't want Twilight, do we? Bloody hell, not at all. Actually, I've just started re-watching all the old Twilights, and like, I must say they are hilarious. Like, back then you don't realize it, but like, they're so cheesy. So we got a huge painting collection here. These little ones can piss off. This is very pretty. Should we pop that above the TV? Okay, I feel like it's just a bit nicer to just have some custom ones in here, because I rarely ever use custom paintings. I always forget. And I know my camera's turned off, but a sexy Polish delivery driver just stopped outside my house, and I did take a minute to stop and stare. I had to put the build on hold. So I think down here, to make the house like feel different from the other ones, I would like to put a smallish desk in the living room, because I know a lot of people do have their desks in the living room. I guess it just makes more sense space-wise, depending on the person. Again, it is feeling weirdly like a little bit IKEA show home in here. Do you know what I mean? I kind of wanted this one to be a little bit more homely, if I'm being honest. Maybe it'll feel a lot more homely when we put all the clutter objects in. Like, no, seriously, like, tell me this isn't one of those like IKEA things. If you have been to IKEA, like, please tell me you know what I mean. So I've done a bit of decoration so far. If you didn't see my first video, I always like to do cluttering right at the end. For now, I think it looks good. So for the kitchen, I've taken the outside wall and I've put it in. I might change it. I'm not too sure yet. I also might change the floor. I don't feel like it all matches perfectly. I feel like we need to get the counters in first and then we can see how to match everything. Okay, I do like the Home Chef Hustle kitchen, the one from the new pack. So we'll give that one a go. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. Like the shelving here. Oh, it is so annoying. Why does it look like that? Because then why did they set a cabinet as a shelf? Do you know what I mean? It was just so silly. I don't know why they did that. It ruins everything. Like it literally ruins everything. Because now if I put another cabinet like there like that, it just looks so silly. So I'm just trying to get creative here. Actually, I do believe that the My First Home Chef Hustle pack came with, there we go. We got some extra shelves. Although funnily enough, they don't actually color match with the other ones. So even though they're like supposed to be the same thing, they're not really the same thing. It's a little bit infuriating, but I'm feeling if we do it like that, okay, does that look a little bit better if we make the shelves longer? Or do we just get rid of this one and add another shelf like this? No, I don't like it. I want to have, okay, this one and then have it like separate from the shelf here. See, it's annoying, this whole shelf thing, it ruins everything. Also, like, I really love Home Chef Hustle. I just feel like it didn't like really come with that much. Like, I genuinely just don't understand why we didn't get bar stools, but like we got everything else for a kitchen and things. It's just a bit weird to me, but there we go. Okay, at least to be fair, for the fridge, we can actually use a normal cabinet above it because it does fit in. Oh my God, guys, I forgot about the oven. Okay, for this one, actually, to be a little bit different now. Okay, maybe we'll do a hob there and then I'm going to do a tabletop oven instead. I think that's a much cooler idea. Also, I guess funny thing about the Home Chef Hustle pack, it didn't really come with anything to like decorate these shelves with. We got a little bit, but not much. I just feel like the whole point was, you know, wasted a little bit. So it might be cool to use this thing in here actually. It really lights up the room. I think technically it's labeled as a light, which is why it's so bright. We may as well do the whole bloody shebang. We got the pizza oven, we got the food processor, we chuck it all in here. Also, I'm warming up, okay, to the wall here being a different color to the other walls, but I want to change it to like a dull blue color. I think it looks better. And then the flooring, I feel like, guys, we really need so much more lino in this game. Like, I actually want nice lino, if you know what I mean. I don't think we've got any. I might have to go for like a wooden swatch. Is that too strong? That is so strong. Okay, there we go, the lighty one. I like that a lot. And then in here, I want to do a laundry room. I do like my little laundry rooms. I just feel like it helps to build out the space in most builds that you do. Also, I think it's a really excellent location if you own the seasons pack to pop one of these little boxes in the laundry room where you can do all the activity stuff. Also, because I'm planning on doing a kid's bedroom here, I'm thinking of putting a kid's activity table. Do I put it in the kitchen or the living room? I feel like it makes more sense in a kitchen. And I believe I may have mentioned it in my previous video, I'm not a massive fan of doing bathrooms. So I usually just do like a copy and paste job across both bathrooms, which I know is a bit lazy, but that's just my red flag. So for the upstairs, firstly, I'd like to do an open door going out onto the balcony. That looks really sweet. See, I love that. I love the different bricks as well next to each other. That looks really sweet. So I want to do a little cute terracing going on. What is our view? Our view is other people's rotten houses. And one of these guys, I don't know if you've ever lived near one of these, but they stink of poo because it takes all the dirty sewage water. So it's not the prettiest view, but we can pretend it is in The Sims. Or we could have, okay, I feel like a hot tub up here would actually kind of be quite nice. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I feel like The Sims would appreciate that a little bit more. And then we could put the main like dining stuff downstairs, because also like obviously we'd have a barbecue down there. Maybe we could put a why am I calling it a spyglass? That sounds so like Americanized to me. A spyglass. A glass. How do American people say glass? I feel like grass, you say grass. Grass. So is a glass a glass? I don't know. Also, something I keep forgetting, guys, which I've just remembered because I always keep forgetting. Okay, we need a mailbox. Actually, I'm gonna use the snowy escape ones because that's like a mailbox next to the house. In the UK, the mailbox is like literally inside the door, but this is like the next closest thing for me, so I like it. So if it just suddenly pops to my mind, like I've got to do it immediately, otherwise I'll forget. I feel like this is another property where they can't be bothered to mow their lawns, so they just shove like rocks on everything. A lot of these like housing estates like this, to be fair, don't have any grass at all, so it is very common. Maybe we could have a chicken coop. That would really piss the neighbors off. I did say we'd have a kid in this house, so I'll do like a couple of outdoor activities. So we've got the paddling pool, we've got the water thing for summer. We could do you know what, we could do a little tent. Okay, I feel like that's really cute because it's like maybe they can go camping in the garden at night time. Okay, especially with the little campers kit, we've got all this stuff. I feel like a lot of people do that anyway, like they set up a tent in their back garden and they do like, do you know what I mean? Like they do a bit of camping in the back garden. I feel like that's so normal. So I'd like to plop some different things down to make it kind of feel like that's what we're doing in The Sims. There we go. Beautiful. So we've got the kids' room I want to do first. I actually want it to feel a bit cramped and I want to have 2 kids in here because these properties, like they are quite cramped houses. So I just want to stress that. I'm imagining 2 boys. And I feel sorry for the boys because they've got no room. I'm sorry. I've tried my best. Okay, actually, oh look, we've got this blocks table. Do you think this would fit like on top here? Or should we put it out at the top maybe for something for the kids to do, but if they go outside? Do you know what I mean? Or I feel like, no, this is the adult space. Kids are not allowed up here. Kids can only play downstairs or outside, I've decided. Okay, they've got room for a little something. They just won't be able to play in their room. They'll have to play in the lounge. Unless we put the toy box in the lounge. Maybe that's a bit more realistic. And then we can scatter toys around as clutter because the kids have made an absolute mess. Again, every single parent I know, like their house literally looks like this. Like there's just toys and crap all over the place. It's the best kind of contraceptive for me because what we really need to fit a tall dresser in here. Otherwise it just wouldn't make much sense. Unless I make the room a little bit longer, that is theoretically possible. I move this painting over here, move this door over here. Can I bring this in? I can. I'd have to move this door in a little bit, but that's fine. There we go. Okay, the boys have a little bit more room now because now we can add a taller wardrobe. I feel like that's a little bit more realistic. Like if they were twins, for example, sharing it. Do you know what I mean? Also, see, I want to go all out now with like the kids stuff. I want to pop the scouting board in the corner here that they could actually use. I don't know if they can get the door though. I'll just cinch it over a little bit. Not that I ever play in the places they're building anyway. I never ever do. So I guess it doesn't matter too much. So for the main parents' bedroom, I don't want it to feel like too nice. I really want this to feel like a poor household. I want this to be a part of their canon story that they're a little bit broke. We could try make it, no, I want to make it look a little bit nice. It's just the space is very small. Okay, maybe I will be nice to them. I'm going to give them the Modern Luxe bed. I love this bed. I think it's really pretty, especially in the grey. All right, we give them a plush white carpet, right? We're going for the modern chav look, I've decided. I think the Modern Luxe kit is probably one of my favourite kits for the game. I think it's quite pretty. Gosh, we really don't have much room. What are we gonna do? Okay, I feel like we're fitting it in okay. This honestly feels like a really typical cramped like British bedroom where you just try and chuck all of this like B&M Home Bargains aesthetic decor in there, but it looks a bit weird because it's like so slim and the room is so cramped. I feel like, okay, we've done our best with trying to fit some different kinds of things in here. I feel like most men, like they just let their girlfriends or their wives just decorate everything. I feel like they have absolutely no say in what happens. So I want it to kind of feel like the wife did it and the husband had absolutely no say in anything. If you heard my phone notification go off, that was definitely not a Tinder message from Greg. So I just want to make some final changes to the outside here as well, because obviously it's not done up here. I want it to be like stylistically a little bit different from the other ones. I like to do, I think, a fully stone slab space, and then maybe use like some different planter boxes instead of like just sticking plants in the ground, just to mix it up a bit. Some people, okay guys, you know those people who like love gnomes, like they put gnomes in their gardens, and in the UK we have a lot of people, okay, I don't know if people do this where you're from, but in the UK we have a lot of people who love to put like gnomes in their garden, and they will literally chuck like hundreds literally just hundreds of gnomes like this scattered around their garden, and like it's a little bit weird, but like people genuinely love it, and they'll just do this all over their gardens. So we're getting all the gnomes out. We'll make the little werewolf and the ghost one have a fight. That's quite cute. It is honestly like so many British like old people, they do this, especially the ones that live in bungalows. So that's what we're gonna do. So again, I think I'd like maybe a little bit of trellis at the front, and also put in some different drain pipes just for the added realism. Also, I quite like this little awning above the door. I feel like it looks really pretty and it fits in. So we have one more little space that we can plop in here. I actually think about, I've got to get rid of these windows, haven't I? Because that's space. So I don't know exactly what to put in here. Like, do we do another house, or do we do something that's just completely different? Maybe we could do like a little cute florist shop, or like a cute little bakery, or we could just like turn this area into like a communal area where all the residents can go. Like, what do we do with this little area here? Or do we do another house, or do we have like an alleyway, and then maybe we could like split the alleyway into two, and then we can have like two separate houses? I think there's so many possibilities, but I do really want to do something just slightly different here, or completely different. You guys let me know what we do in this last little bit, and I can't wait to finish it off and share it on the gallery. I turned my camera off for this video because, like, you know when you're feeling ill and bright lights just like hurt your eyes, so I just wanted to play with the camera off. I hope you don't mind. If you didn't see the first part, I will pop a link to that here. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.